All right, man. Vergil Hoya said he ready for. Um, Says that he's ready to make the. He's willing to make the Vergil Ortiz fight with Jaron Ennis. All right, so um, well, let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, that subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance of notifications. We go live or drop a video. Now, Ryan Ennis is the new boogeyman. Now, in my opinion, you don't want to be the boogeyman. Ain't nothing good about being the boogeyman. You know, Keith Thurman was the boogeyman at 147 for a minute. Floyd wouldn't fight him. You know, Pacquiao, quote unquote, wouldn't fight him. You know, he was on the wrong street. You know, Sean Porter, when he was a champion, refused to fight him. Amir Khan, Paulo Malignaggi, Adrian Broner. The list goes on and on to the point where he started getting paid a lot of money for fights that, you know, he shouldn't have got paid for. He should have been getting paid a lot of money to fight the Paulo Malignaggi's, the Broners, the, you know, the Pacquiaos and the Floyd Mayweathers of the world, and that didn't happen. Therefore, when it was time to make those big fights with Errol Spence, he didn't turn another cheek. He did on to Errol Spence what was done to him. And in that situation, I can't really get 100% mad at Keith Thurman. And on top of that, Al Heyman's plan was never to make that fight on time. I'm telling y'all, that never was what he wanted to do. He never wanted to make that fight on time. Al Heyman never wanted to make fights on time. Y'all hear me? That's not never his intention to make fights on time. That's never his intention. You know? So can't get mad at him. You can't get mad at him. You know, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, you know, let's get to what De La Hoya had to say. Right? Let's go. He says, we have to force everyone to fight Vergil, said De La Hoya to Fight Hub TV. I think Vergil's top 3 or 4 welterweight out there, and he's going to have his chance very soon. So absolutely, why not? Said De La Hoya when asked about matching Ortiz against Boots. I feel there's a lot of great fights to be made at 147. He says, I'll fight anybody. I don't care if it's Boots. I don't care if it's Thurman, said Vergil Ortiz. So at the end of the day, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. Well, I'll fight anybody, and this same rah shit. Just stop saying that shit, dude. That's my thing about it. Just stop saying it. Because you be like, well, I'll do it, but then your handlers don't want to do it. Regardless, the outcome is you ain't going to do it. And this just don't go for Vergil Ortiz. This go for everybody. You know, just get the cliche shit of we'll wait and see. You know, politics, man, we'll wait and see what Oscar got in store for me. And I'm pretty sure he'd step in the ring with anybody. I'm pretty sure he would. Don't doubt him one bit. Pretty sure he would step in the ring with anybody. Now he a fighter. He young, and that's what he supposed to do. But at the end of the day, we know De La Hoya not doing that. And they talking about, well, you know, I hear, you know, Punch was like, well, we need to move on from Crawford and Spence to Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. It's gonna be the same shit. Only difference is it's gonna be Latino versus nigga this time. It's gonna be the same exact back and forth. They don't really have no plans of making that fight no time soon. Now, De La Hoya, I will say De La Hoya track record, he will throw his fighters in the deep end. He willing to cross the street if the money right, this right. You know what I'm saying? If everything good, De La Hoya one of the few dudes who gonna make the best fights in boxing. That's what we can say. That's what we can say. De La Hoya is one of the few dudes who gonna make that shit happen. But am I, counting on that? No. But if the fight was to happen right now, it's a better chance of it happening right now than happening down the line. But they both big guys. They both probably could meet at 154, 160 at some point. But if there was a chance of waiting down the line and see if the fight happened to see it right now, I'd rather get it right now because we're not getting enough fights right now. And people just want to immediately count Vergil Ortiz out. Man, he can punch. He can punch. And Boots can punch. But you can't count nobody out like him who can punch. You can't. He very, very heavy-handed. And he explosive, too, for his size. He explosive for his size. So, yeah, man, I wouldn't count him out necessarily where it can't miss, but Jaron Ennis from offense to defense, that movement, what you seen versus Vergil Ortiz and Michael McKisson, let's just make you think, what if that was for Jaron Ennis in there, somebody who can punch? And he struggled versus McKisson. If McKisson can punch, man, it'll be trouble, trouble, trouble. It would be. But he couldn't. And maybe Vergil Ortiz make the adjustment. But my thing is, how much longer that he can make this weight comfortably. That's the question. How much longer can he make the weight comfortably? But De La Hoya ain't doing that right now. If he had them both on the same promotional company, he wouldn't do that right now. Tell me I'm lying. And I think they were saying Bonzi's Jaron Ennis' father said they sent the offer. Man, you wasting your time, bro. The dude is the boogeyman. And like I said, you don't want to be the boogeyman. The boogeyman gets stalled out. You know what I'm saying? The boogeyman get done dirty, get froze out to you lethargic, and he don't get to hone his skills to keep elevating his level of competition. And when the time comes, he got to capitalize on it. If he don't, then the hype start building to a high that nobody can that's human can reach. He high risk, low reward. They gonna start doing all the same shit they was throwing out about Lucas Matisse, about Terrence Crawford, about Keith Thurman when they was coming up that way, about Errol Spence. Mark my words. Or what he done? Who he fought? How many fans he got? He was just a co-feature. He just not started being main event. He ain't the main event yet. He ain't even got Nikes yet. Look at his gloves. They ain't even rivals. They gonna start hearing all types of stuff. And a good thing for Jaron Ennis, he a gym rat. Talk to anybody, he a gym rat. And he got a city behind him. So, and his father got a lot of experience. His brother's got a lot of experience. Usually the younger one is the better one. But De La Hoya, like I said, De La Hoya not going to, do that. And they're not going to do that right now. I mean, maybe Showtime willing to do it. But neither one of them start building up a fan base to the point at which, but maybe they both build up a fan base and it ain't worth it. It ain't worth the risk. We're going to build them. But I don't know. It's an interesting fight. Obviously, a lot of people going to fight. Favorite Jaron Ennis, but Ennis go out there, fight somebody, get rocked. Then they going to start saying, Ortiz hit him like that. Nigga ain't going to be able to get up. Ortiz go out there, get rocked. Oh, man, Jaron hit him like that. It's just feeding into the toxic environment in boxing. It's going to continue to feed into that. And that is what it is. It's part of the new age media boxing. You know, it's part of it. You know, it's part of the maturation. Some in history, some of these dudes are good enough to beat the champions right now. It's happening through history. I mean, Alfredo Benitez is the youngest world champion ever. That record probably will never be broken. Can't be broken because of the age limit. You know, so that record will never be broken. It can't be broken. So let's some things change. So I mean, it's something to look at. But you know, the chances is we'll probably never get to see that fight again. We never get to see that fight probably. Just being honest. But it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live, drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Goodfella TV. Peace.